North College Hill is home to the world's largest producer of braille. Clovernook Center for the Blind and Visually Impaired prints more than 30 million pages a year.
Also, though, it's where stories, skills, and hope are passed from one generation to the next. WLWT News 5's Lindsay Stone shows us how Clovernook is shaping lives one page at a time.
In a city known for its sports and its skyline, there's a place most people drive past every day without ever knowing what happens inside.
Welcome.
We are the largest volume producer of braille in the world.
30 million pages are produced from one building in the heart of College Hill. Welcome to Clovernook Center for the Blind and Visually Impaired. Terry Strader has walked these halls for 30 years. At 72, his feet know these paths by heart. The worn mat beneath him, a quiet testament to decades of work.
It is an honor to be able to let people know what I do here.
From braille books to McDonald's menus, the materials created here reach readers across the country and around the world.
I have a good feeling every day that I leave here. I think, now, this is something that I'm doing to help someone else.
But the work happening inside Clovernook is about more than just pages. It's about opportunity. More than 70% of people who are blind or visually impaired are unemployed. Here, that story looks different. At Clovernook, more than 30% of the workforce is blind or visually impaired.
I wanted to make a living just like anybody else would do.
And he did. But every path here looks different.
I grew up in the area, so I've known about Clovernook for a long time. I used to do their youth programs.
What started as a childhood program for Deanna Lewis became a career.
I have glaucoma, so I was born visually impaired, and as I've gotten older, my vision's decreased. So I've always had really thick glasses, and I still have a little bit of usable vision, but I always say it's enough to get me in trouble. Growing up, I was told I couldn't do this because I was blind, or I couldn't do that.
But that's not how her story ends. With her faithful guide dog by her side, she checks every braille page before it's sent across the globe.
There's just something special about actually holding a braille book in your hand and reading it. It's magical.
So how did Clovernook become the leading producer of braille in the world? It all started in 1903 by Georgie and Florence Trader.
The Trader sisters established Clovernook Center as a residency for women who are blind and to provide employment opportunities for them.
And with the help of William Proctor of Procter & Gamble, Clovernook expanded. In 1910, Clovernook was gifted a printing press. And by 1922, they were the second largest producer of materials for blind individuals, a legacy that continues today.
Once these are done, these can go all over the United States and all over the world.
30 million pages a year with a message that matters.
Just because you have a disability doesn't mean you can't grow up to be whatever you want to be.
This is the story you just watched. The same words, but a different way of reading. And that's what Clovernook does. They make sure every story, including this one, can be told. Lindsay Stone, WLWT News 5.